We back, man. So y'all already know Lil Durk in a bad situation. His whole case then got turned into a RICO case, and like I said, all the new charges he done got hit with, you get convicted of any one of them you face in life. So let's just see what's going on, man.
The feds just made a move on the chessboard that almost guarantees Lil Durk is gonna do life in prison. This is bad. I don't see how Lil Durk gets out of this, man. The feds realized a while ago that their case against Lil Durk when it comes to murder for hire is pretty weak, especially when you can't really articulate or list exactly what the reward was. Is murder for hire, so what did he pay them? They first came across with a money amount. Then they said it was for music opportunities, but all the people who committed this crime with Lil Durk was already under OTF, the umbrella. So it's unclear what the music opportunity was. So because the feds understand this case was weak, the feds came back with a more concrete case, with a case that essentially locks Lil Durk in. There's no way out of this at all. Before we get this video started, if you want to learn how I made $142,000 from YouTube this month, join my community by clicking a link.
What? Hey, Flacco. hey, Flacco, I'm in the community, man. What's going on? You got to hit me up, Flacco, man. You got to hit me up. I'm in the community. I ain't know nothing about no 142,000. Flacco, what's going on?
Link in the description. That's where I give you guys all the tools to grow on YouTube and make money, as well as offer you guys the opportunity to make videos with me, to do joint videos, joint reactions that get posted on both our channels. I also promote your videos on my social media pages. Don't you want to work with me? Like, click the
y'all inbox Flacco, man. Tell him you got to hit me up, man.
Link in my description to join my community. Let's get started. Let's grind. Let's make money together.
Lil Durk update. We have a whole new indictment. What does the indictment say? Well, let's think about this for a second. 11 weeks before trial, guy locked up for 2 years, and the government basically says, you know what, murder for hire, forget about that case. Let's do a new case, racketeering. These new racketeering charges tell you everything about where this case stands. For 2 years, you've heard that this is a very simple, straightforward, open and shut. We got all the evidence.
No.
They killed his friend. He paid people to go kill them. Well, that theory is now being broadly expanded so that the idea that this is murder for hire, no. The feds say, throw that out. It's murder in aid of racketeering because OTF actually has a subset of criminals and gangsters, and they're all involved in all these killings. There's a killing where Durk pulled the trigger in 2019.
Let me correct my brother. There was not a killing. There was a shooting.
Now, look. Now, check this out. Let me say this to get this out the way, man. People keep saying that the murder for hire charge is gone, right? It might not be one of the main charges no more, but they're still saying in the paperwork Lil Durk paid for murders. The two people that they trying to bring in from the Chicago case, they just pled guilty to murder for hire, which they was never charged for, but they pled guilty and took that charge. So because they pled guilty and took that charge, who hired you? Oh, Lil Durk hired you. Murder for hire. No matter how you look at it, bro, he cooked. It ain't no way around none of this, bro.
Lil Durk and King Von was arrested in 2019. Now, when they were arrested, they were accused of shooting a man in Atlanta. Now, when King Von died, the charges got dropped, and the Atlanta DA said it got dropped because they believed that King Von pulled the trigger. Now, the feds is picking it up. Now, here's why this is very important. They're charging Lil Durk with conspiracy, murder in aid of racketeering. Meaning, if they believe that OTF Diddy and the other co-conspirators murdered Quano Ronald's cousin on behalf of OTF and Lil Durk is a part of OTF, well, guess what? Lil Durk is going down for that murder as well. And the reason why that's important is because the feds were having a hard time proving whether or not Lil Durk actually told him to do it. They can't prove it. Lil Durk was smart enough. Lil Durk did not communicate with these people. Hey, bro, bodies, guns, bodies, weapons, bodies, drugs, bodies, plane tickets. Let's go to California and kill Quano Ronald's cousin. He didn't do that, and they can't prove it. So now they have transitioned to where we don't got to prove you instructed them directly to do it. All we got to prove is you are a part of OTF, and they committed this murder on behalf of OTF, which would be easy to prove. Right, because they're going through from
And let me say this too, because I see on Instagram a lot of the bloggers getting it wrong, and they keep saying when Durk took the money, the $1 million worth of game, that was for the Lil Pab hit. No, it was not. That don't got nothing to do with Lil Pab at all. What happened with the $1 million worth of game situation? What they saying is the killers, the leader of the killers for the Stephon Max situation was in Lil Durk aha video. All that stuff was did in the same day, in the same time frame, whatever. So they're saying the $1 million that he had was for payments for those dudes killing Stephon Max. Lil Pab ain't got nothing to do with that situation at all whatsoever.
2019 was like the earliest scenario, and they're going through multiple cases of violence where Lil Durk and some of these co-conspirators on this case was involved. Multiple cases of violence, some murders. And they're saying if these same people we know who was with Lil Durk when these crimes took place, and this crime took place, and this crime took place, now all of a sudden these people committed this crime, but Lil Durk wants us to believe that he's not involved when they've been together to commit all these other crimes over the years? Come on.
There's a killing where Durk paid for it in 2022. There's another one in 2021. There's group chats where he's on it allegedly and other people, and they're talking about snitches. Ask yourself one question for me, fam. If you had an open and shut murder for hire case for a 2022 murder, why is it that weeks before you're about to go to trial and cook the kid, you're adding racketeering charges and murders in different states from 3 different years and calling this the bank's violent gang enterprise? Look, I get why you're doing it. They're doing it because they need to get all this other evidence in before the jury so that the jury can say, oh yeah, this is a bad guy. Let's cook this guy. And whether any of that evidence has any weight, whether any of that evidence has any truth, here's the truth. The fact that they need it, the fact that they're trying to go get it tells you that this murder for hire case built on cooperators was not as strong as they were telling you. Now, keep in mind with respect to the cooperators, the new indictment takes 2 defendants out. OTF Vonnie, Kayvon Grant, and another guy, one of the shooters. So Vonnie, they said, was the guy who bought all the guns and arranged all the travel, and he was the orchestrator of this. Then they got this other guy, Keith Jones. He's one of the shooters. Well, both of those guys are off the indictment, suggesting that they have cooperated, taken pleas, but the new racketeering indictment, bringing in stuff from 2019, 2020, 2021, that suggests that those cooperators' testimony was not going to be enough to cook Lil Durk.
Let me chime in again. Now look, Vonnie know everything, bro. And Vonnie is the main one telling. Vonnie know everything. Vonnie is the one that's telling them the stuff that they coming with. Vonnie is the one that got them backtracking and looking and picking through the years and picking through these other cases and going through text messages and going through text threads and all this stuff. Is coming from Vonnie. But you know what the problem is? When Vonnie tell them something, they go look into it. When they go look into what Vonnie tell them, they find something. Which means he's not lying. They know he the most valuable cooperator that they got, and he's telling everything. Right? Okay, so now look. Why did they just add all the other stuff? Because now it's a RICO case. And guess what? If you could beat one charge, if you could beat the murder for hire, if you could beat this, if you could beat that, oh, that's cool. You could beat all those. But if you get convicted of either one of these charges, you still facing life, bro. And this the worst part about Lil Durk case that nobody's talking about. The feds is not going to convict your co-defendants and let you walk free. So guess what? If they're guilty, you're guilty too. You cannot be guilty without your co-defendants when it comes to the feds. Y'all do all that with the state, like how they did, you know what I'm saying? Well, Young Thug didn't. Young Thug still took a plea. That's a state case. We talking about the feds. The feds ain't letting nobody go. If you did it, if your co-defendants did it, you did it too, bruh. That's why he's fried. Durk is not fried because he on his trial by himself and he fighting for himself. No, he's cooked because the guys that was involved, the guys that was doing it, Vonnie being the main snitch, you know what I'm saying? It's over with, bruh. That's how they finding everything. Think about it. They would have been got Durk for all other stuff. They ain't know about who y'all think. Vonnie say, "Oh yeah, but I was in the car Durk was shooting." Like yeah. Vonnie said all that stuff is coming from Vonnie, the one Durk had next to him, the one he let control the money, the one he let control the OTF credit cards and all that. It's coming from him. And now Durk got a RICO case. We could drop some of these charges. You finna do some time though. There's no way he can get. There's no way he gonna beat this case fully, bro. It's impossible.
Originally, I agree, but OTF Vonnie testifying to things that he has witnessed while being a part of OTF, the shooter testifying to things he has witnessed while being a part of OTF, while matching up the dates to other crimes that took place on behalf of OTF, is cooked. Now, I needed some help with this, man. So I recruited my boy, Mac Mula, to come and help me break this down, man, to make sense of this Lil Durk case.
We got Mac in the building.
It's like over with, man. Have you?
Two ghosts, man. Give it up for Flacco and Mac Mula, man. Give it up for them. They be working hard. They be doing the videos. They be working hard. They up there, you know what I'm saying? These two of my inspirations right here when it comes to this YouTube thing. You know what I'm saying? So give it up for Mac Mula and Flacco, man. All right, let's go.
Tapped into the new Durk indictment?
I heard a little bit about it, but I ain't get into the whole indictment, but I heard some telling though.
Bruh, y'all, wait, okay. So what's the sign somebody's telling? Because for example, right?
Yeah.
If a is listed as a co-conspirator 6 or co-conspirator 5,
yeah,
is that proof they telling?
I don't know. See, because I ain't never been to jail. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Right?
What I measure off of is when the feds start talking, when they start saying stuff that sound like a fact, they not saying it like we believe that, we think that when they start saying like Durk Banks and he had this person and this person, it sound like too much information. I'll be like, somebody tell it.
Yeah, right. Because for me, it's like if they listing everybody on the case,
right,
and then 2 or 3 is listed as co-conspirators,
right.
Well, if they are co-conspirators, then why get indicted too? Right?
Because they already working for the feds and they already cut their deal with the feds and they already all agreed to tell on Lil Durk already.
Now, why is that controversial? Is because again, I ain't gonna say nobody name because I don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
But there's somebody who we know to be one of the greatest like hood from Chicago has ever seen. He recently he's listed as co-conspirator in one of the new charges they just put Lil Durk in. But he was listed as co-conspirator because they had this indictment since like 2023 or 2.
Yeah.
And he was listed as co-conspirator in that indictment. So I'm like, hold on, man. Like I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna touch that part. Now, if a listed in the indictment and he's still on the case,
yeah,
and then a superseding indictment happens and they're not there, man. It's
looking fishy.
Is that telling?
I don't know.
OTF Vonnie got some questions, man.
They've been saying the internet be right about a lot of bro, like, cause they've been saying Vonnie was snitching before, like the day they got
Vonnie definitely say.
All right, now look. Right there, I'm going to say the name. They talking about Zoo. And guess what? That's a lie. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what's going on. Vonnie is telling. Now, mind you, think about this for a second. They are saying that Zoo could have snitched or Zoo was talking to the feds or I don't believe none of that. I don't believe none of that is true. Remember, the dude, Ken, he was listed as one of the co-conspirators. He did. So that would have meant he was talking to the feds too. No, Ken got killed. He not even alive. Zoo not even alive. See, when you got people that's dead and you want to play games with people and make stuff seem like this, then you can make it look a certain way and say, oh yeah, well, Zoo dead, throw him in there. Ken dead, throw him in there. Cause the whole time, remember when the story first came out about the Lil Pab situation, everybody had Ken as one of the shooters. Where that's at? They all said he was one of the shooters, right? What happened to that? I thought Ken was one of the shooters, but they had him in that list. Oh no, he the co-conspirator. They just trying to dress it up, bruh. That don't mean that you're telling. That don't mean that you talk to them, but they got to put you somewhere. They can't put a dead man on the case. You can't. How you gonna charge a dead man? They ain't charge Vaughn. They ain't charge cked, but they got to use them because it completes their narrative. They can't complete their narrative without using them. So they just throwing them in there. That's all it is.
He was snitching, right? Bro, Vonnie got some questions we want to know, man. So, all right. So, Lil Durk was initially charged with murder for hire. But I think, like, even like when we've reviewed this, right, including yourself, the charge itself just seems like flimsy and weak.
Right.
Right? It seems like, because like, how can you say, yo, he paid somebody, but then you don't know what he paid them, right? For example, it said, yo, it's like murder for hire. Okay, what did he pay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he paid him in like music opportunities, but they was using his company credit card. So all the who was a part of it was already a part of the, you feel me, right? Company in the label.
Right.
So what opportunities, right? So they came back with what I believe is probably the smartest play they could play, man.
Right.
They came back with the big R that nobody wants to hear, that racketeering, man.
Yeah.
Now they have officially, charged Durk with murder in aiding a racketeering, stalking that led to a murder, and then they're keeping the murder for hire. Now, based on those three, what are the chances of Lil Durk like getting life in prison based off of one? Because all three carry life sentences.
I've been saying he been cooked from the very beginning. Hell,
why?
Because the feds don't need evidence. All they need to do is convince a jury, and it's about perception, bro. It's all. I feel like it's all. I ain't never been to court like real federal court or nothing, so I ain't got too much sauce on it. But like one thing I know about the feds is like they don't need like it gotta be on camera or it gotta be text messages. Like when they put that pressure on you, I feel like first of all, I feel like somebody gonna fold.
Absolutely.
And second of all, I feel like even if they don't have the most evidence, it's like all the way that you look online. That's why Durk was trying to switch his image right at the last minute. Cause it's like you already look like a killer. You already look like a gangster. You already look like sending hits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, is the jury gonna really believe that you didn't? If I told you Lil Durk killed him, you ain't gonna be like, man.
Yeah, first course, man. Right, cause bro, I'll be real, man. Listen, I seen a lot of those like messages, man.
Yeah.
I seen it all.
You seen a dude that killed Stephon Mack. You seen he low-key snitched to the confidential informant too.
Facts, right? Facts. But the with Durk messages though, man, I ain't seen no Assalamu bacon. I ain't seen no inshallah. I seen a whole lot of blood this, gang this. Hold on, so yeah. Hold on, bro. Like, what happened to the all my life?
Right.
Assalamu bacon. Just hearing, right.
Tell y'all for a fact, Durk cooked because of Vonnie. Durk cooked because them dudes in LA told, and Durk cooked because all these dudes is telling. Listen, bro, I don't care how your case is going. One thing the jury gonna look at is everybody can't be lying on you. Some of these people don't have deals with the feds. Some of these people ain't cutting no deals, or they did whatever they did. But they finna come in there and be like, yeah, Lil Durk did this. You know what I'm saying? We can't, so everybody lying on you? You the hitman, you the financier, you pay for everything. Everybody lying on you? That ain't gonna work. Okay, so all my co-defendants guilty, I'm innocent. The feds not playing that, bro. They not. That's why they just said, you know what? Make it a RICO. It ain't made it a RICO. Like, it is what it is. You go fight this case and burn up your money. At the end of the day, bro, you're leaving with a charge. Now, understand something. When I say Lil Durk ain't gonna beat this case, he's not. You know what I'm saying? He might not get the worstest charges, but he will be charged with some and found guilty, bro. There's no way he can't get charged with some and found guilty. That's why they compiled and threw all the stuff on like that.
Right, right. I hear no inshallah. I hear blood. This. I said, hold on, cuz. This ain't the Lil Durk I know.
Right.
Is also now. Okay, so look. So now they came back. Now, okay. So here's my thing. The conspiracy. The thing to me, the murder for hire he could be.
Right.
Even though, I mean, that was, listen, man, because, Brian Steele has convinced stupid that, he can beat the feds. Bruh, Brian Steele had one state case with, Young Thug, right? And Thug pled guilty, they ain't beat it, right? Brian Steele had the Diddy case. Diddy got found guilty. Brian Steele did not beat not one case yet. But again, I don't understand. Brian Steele has not beat a case yet.
Right.
Brian Steele has done what? Got people the lesser charge for what they've been accused of. And that's what he's good at doing. That's why I'm telling y'all, Lil Durk will be charged with something. The worst thing about his case is all his charges carry life. That's the messed up part.
He has lost every case he has tried in the last 2 years.
Exactly.
But Brian Steele is why do you feel like is under this perception?
Y'all got to hear Flacco, man. Flacco got to chop it up about all this.
Perception that Brian Steele is this Fed whisperer when he has lost every case.
Because he put the $1 billion lawyer marketing on his name.
Yeah.
And his suit looked nice and his Tom Ford. So it's like I said, it's just about perception. If people perceive him as being this crazy great lawyer, because one thing I noticed about all these rappers, Pooh Shiesty got locked up. All these lawyers get on the news and they just swear up and down they don't have a case. My client is innocent. This is the weakest case in the world. This is so easy to beat. Oh my God, don't worry. Just pay me $500,000 real quick and I'll get you out. And they don't never work.
Man, bro, listen, bro. Brian Steele had one fat case and he got spanked in that fat case, man. But look, okay. So here's what the new stuff they got on Lil Durk. And here's why I feel like the murder conspiracy for a fact, the racketeering he's cooked because it's just too much to overcome.
Exactly.
So obviously they documented the King Von murder, right? And they claimed that the attempted murder. Oh no, here's the other stuff. Okay. So in 2019, when King Von and Lil Durk caught that attempted murder case, right?
Right.
Now they both got arrested. When Von died, they got rid of the charges.
Mm-hmm.
The Atlanta DA claimed they got rid of the charges because they said that King Von was the one who pulled the trigger. Now, because it's a conspiracy and King Von was also OTF, they're now saying this is a contributing factor to the conspiracy, right? Mm-hmm. That
I'm going to tell y'all something that's crazy about that. Now they saying Von never even had a gun and Zoo and Durk was the one shooting. Who y'all think told him that? Oh, all right.
That Lil Durk, co-conspirator 6, and at the victim was the members of the Banks Gang Prize, including perfect. So co-conspirator 6, by the way, is gonna come up again, and this is very important. Co-conspirator 6, right? Because co-conspirator 6 just play. So so Lil Durk,
I know who that is.
Yeah, so Lil Durk, King Von, and co-conspirator 6 was involved in the 2019 incident that led to the dude being shot in Atlanta on camera. So after King Von way, again, this is where they say, this is premeditation. Lil Durk texted co-conspirator 3 and said, I can't let this slide. I ain't letting slide. King Von dying turned me into a different animal.
Oh no.
Man, listen, bro. I'll be real, I personally don't know. In my eyes, I personally don't know how anybody can look at this. Fam, do you know how easy conspiracy is to
Exactly.
Right? Because everybody is saying, well, they got nothing on Lil Durk. Yeah, that's why they brought in the conspiracy now. Because we know OTFDD, Vonnie, bro, listen, bro, dumb faces is on camera. They are tracking their car, where they parked their car, hopped out the car and shot. They hopped back into that car and drove to a and out. They're on camera. How about that car? That's over with. But because Lil Durk, for the most part, kind of stay out the way.
Yeah.
Now this conspiracy to me is dog. It's conspiracy now, right? Because bro, those are your flukies. But it continues. Look, it says,
Lil Durk ain't got a chance in hell.
This is where I said, Durk,
shit over with.
I'll cut you, bro. All right. So So apparently, and after sending this text message, on November 7th, right? On November 6th, apparently the overt act of number 2 following the killing of King Von on November 6th, Lil Durk using coded language told co-conspirators, including defendant Wilson, which is OTFDD, and co-conspirators 2, 4, and 5. Now, again, bro, be very concerned when you see co-conspirators 2, 4, and 5.
Right.
That means these hey, bro, I'm stamping it. These telling, because if these are being told about a murder and they're listed as co-conspirators and they're involved in a murder, they'll be listed as a defendants, but they telling, they're cooperating. Now, he told these people who are coming to court to testify that he would pay a bounty or a monetary reward to anyone who took part in the killing of King Von. No, of Quantarando's cousin, right? So again, he sent a text saying, King Von's murder turned me into a different animal. I'm not gonna let this slide. There's people, the same people he texted this to, okay? They're now coming to testify, hey, Lil Durk told us there's a bounty on Quantarando. Cool. Lil Durk, okay, about 3 months later, filmed a music video. Now, in this music video, all right, Lil Durk filmed the star in an unreleased clip of a music video titled Redman, in which Lil Durk is depicted chasing down and shooting an actor who looks substantially similar to TB, which is like Quantarando. Okay. Defendant Banks first views multiple, so Lil Durk first views multiple online posts related to King Von's death. After defendant Lil Durk, who is then wearing a mask, fires multiple gunshots directly. Wow. Hold on. So in the music video, in the music video, this is reading fans saying slide for Von, slide for Von, slide for Von, slide for Von. Then he puts down the phone, grabs his pistol, and go ahead and shoot and kill Quantarando.
What a idiot.
Dog.
Durk is over with. Who y'all think knew about that video that didn't come out? Only person would have knew about that video was Vonnie. Who y'all think told him about that?
At this point, yo, bruh.
That's why I be saying it's about perception, because what jury, I don't give a what the evidence is. What jury gonna see this? Just them 3 things you just showed me. What jury gonna see it and be like, oh, hey, me ain't do that?
Come on, bro. Son, dog. You text your homies, hey, I'm not gonna let this slide. I'm merchant. Then you told the same people, hey, I got a bounty. And then 3 months later, you film a music video where you are hawking down Quantarando and them after reading Slide for Von text. Bro, hey, fan, listen, man. To any who's out here still saying that Durk got a chance, hey, man, good luck, all right? Now, like
you're not even done, fuck.
Dog, man, listen, bro. It continues. And it says, now this is where they're saying, dog. Now, if you are a fan of Traplo Ross and Poetic Flacco, then you know about this incident already, right? Because I dropped a video on this, I think like 2022.
Yeah.
Right? Where as revenge for the killing of King Von, the conspiracy to commit murder and the attempted murder of Quantarando in Blackshear, Georgia on or about May 2nd, 2021 by, among other members of Banks Gang Enterprise, including defendants Banks and Grant. Now, if you guys don't know, this shooting, I think, is even like, I think parts is on camera, but we've been reported that it was OTF who shot at Quantarando at the gas station. Now, they called us clout chasers, they call us liars, but bro, OTF was literally bragging about this behind the scenes, that they were the ones who did it, right? Because again, they said this, like they saying like slide for Von, they don't know we've been, just, again, they were self-confessing about this, right? So now apparently, Lil Durk, now co-conspirator 6, by the way, is THF Big Zoo. Like, okay, we know this, okay?
Right.
Big Zoo is co-conspirator 6. So Lil Durk and one of the who's currently indicted and co-conspirator 6 and others known and unknown conspired to kill TB, resulting in multiple co-conspirators following Quantarando and his entourage after Quantarando's concert near Blackshear, Georgia, and attempted to kill Quando Rondo with multiple firearms outside of a gas station. Understand what the trend, bro, like understand like the trend here. The same people who you are texting that you're not going to like let it slide. Yep. The same people you are texting, I got a bounty. The same people that you hopped in that whip to go shoot at Quando Rondo at the gas station about. Now the same people who shot and killed Quando Rondo's cousin in LA. Right? Now, if you are Lil Durk and you are a fan of Lil Durk and you are reading this, why not take the plea deal? Why do you feel like he's still trying to fight this? Because I don't understand. Because the conspiracy is cemented, homie.
Yeah.
The same
racketeering
committed multiple crimes with you.
Yep.
The same has planned and conspired. Now the same who've been texting that there's a bounty, the same who hopped in the wheel to go kill him the first time, those same are now saying they went ahead and killed him. I had no idea, bro.
Right.
And even though they use your company credit card, man, good luck, bro. Why do you think Durk hasn't taken this plea deal yet?
Because I think street are some of the most delusional people in the world. Like everything about a street, I feel like is delusional. Like from the ain't nobody gonna do me. How ain't nobody gonna do you? You got 100 dead homies. You done got shot 52 times. No, don't worry, bro. You good on my block. I'm good on your block, and you got 100 that got killed on the block. They just all delusional. Like they move around like they bulletproof, like they gonna beat the feds. Like it's all you ever heard of. Man, don't worry about that little 20 years, man. I'll walk them little 20 years down. You know, you be crying in your cell at night.
Yo, bro, I seen a craziest post. And I pray this was like satire. So and somebody said, yo, like the homie got sentenced to like 70 years. That ain't nothing but like a light little walk down. He go get I said, bro, you foul, bro. Yeah. Bro, Durk thinking he could beat this, man. I don't know how. But it continues, right? Yes. So now they like actually get to like the actual murder now, okay?
Yeah.
So now this is the one. This is the Stephen Mack murder.
Okay. Stephon Mack.
Yeah, right? Stephon Mack. January. So the murder of victim to which is like Stephon, which again, how are they able to charge him with this if Chicago have released a statement saying Lil Durk is not a suspect?
I think I was saying this is what I was saying when I was reading the indictment earlier.
Yeah.
Like
I'm finna explain to y'all exactly how they able to do that. Them two, they took what? Murder for hire charges. For you to take a murder for hire charge, somebody had to hire you. You saying OTF and Lil Durk is the OTF, which they are now calling the Big Gang Enterprises. That's how I could charge him with it. Because he's the leader of the Big Gang Enterprise. He's the leader of the Big Banks Enterprise. So I could charge the leader of the Big Bank. You said OTF paid you. I'm going to say that's the subset of the Big Bank Enterprise. But Durk is leader of not only OTF, but the Big Bank Enterprise too. Y'all saying they hired you. I'm saying the money came from him. I'm saying he paid for it to get it done and he did it. I'm saying he took $1 million to $1 million worth of gain and a part of that $1 million went to y'all as payment for doing that. Then the dummy, the other day, the little one, because I forget their names. I think it was, I don't know if it was AJ or Marty, but you know you got the fat one and the skinny one. I call them the two stupid little dogs. He, after that, with the money, put a post on his page with all the money playing Lil Durk songs. It's over with, bro. It is what it is. But that's how they gonna charge Durk. And because they agreed to take the charge for the murder for hire, the feds is gonna make them come to court and say the same thing they told them, even though it's in black and white. But we ain't gonna just leave it in the paperwork. If y'all want more information than that, we finna bring them in here. We finna let them sit on the stand, and they going to tell y'all that Lil Durk paid for us to do this hit.
I think even when Lil Durk got his case got dropped in Atlanta with the King Von shooting, the attempted murder, I really think that I wouldn't be surprised if the feds was like, yeah, let him go. Don't worry, we got him. Don't let him think he good. Go drop the charges. Go ahead and make this little public statement because police lie all the time. Like it ain't nothing for them. So I feel like the feds be in their ear like, hey, just let him feel like he beat it. Don't worry, we cooking. Like we got this.
Yeah, right, bro, like true, but then also too, like, I think even when like Durk got picked up and the Stephen Mack stuff was being like thrown around, like Chicago did in fact, no, well, hold on, you might be right, cause they never said Durk is innocent, and they just said we have no intentions on charging Lil Durk for this murder.
Exactly.
That could be true. We have no intentions because feds got this.
I've been saying the feds coming for every Chicago rapper, like, cause you gotta think about it. Chicago is like the third biggest city in the country, but that's the one place nobody want to go. People go to LA, New York, businesses. They got rappers, they got label executives, all that, but it don't happen in Chicago because it's too much. So I feel like the feds coming to just sweep them all out, like literally.
Of course, back in 2016, when I was coming from North Dakota to Philly, I took the train and the bus, and dog, we had a stop in Chicago.
Yeah.
Dog, when I tell you hopping off that bus, I felt my knees buckle.
I don't want that.
Now this was downtown too, though. But again, this was my first time in Chicago.
Right.
I walked to like the McDonald's as I wait for the time for the bus to bro. I was like, dog. I truly in my heart felt like I was about to get robbed or murdered. Yeah. So I understand, bro, like how anybody bro, like I was going to Philly. Right. So if I wasn't scared to go to Philadelphia,
right,
like it was irrational for me to be scared to go to like, right? But I just felt like these killers, they're murderers, and it's all Chicago.
Yeah.
I had to learn as an adult now, oh no, like Chicago is a very, very, very nice place to be.
For sure.
It's just a 7-block radius of some ignorant that make that just like, unlivable. Wait, so you're from from the suburbs or where?
I'm from 53rd and Hyde Park, so I'm from like the middle of everything.
53rd?
Yeah.
53rd. Oh, okay, no, 53rd.
Fargo thought he said 63rd. He thought he said 63rd. He's from, you from 63rd? Yeah, Flago thought he said 63rd, but no, Mac definitely from Chicago.
63rd.
So I'm like 10 minutes away from like 051 Young Money. Like I could walk to their block.
Yeah.
I'm 10 minutes away from 15, maybe 10, 15 minutes away drive from to O Block. Like I'm kind of like in the middle, and all of is happening around me. So like on the block I grew up on, that's actually like a pretty diverse block. They actually been like gentrifying it. It looked way different than when I was growing up.
Of course.
Like the main bullshit.
051 grew up in, right?
Yeah. Yeah. 051 man. I used to see Melly.
Really?
Like, you'll see Melly like on 51st just kicking it. You'll see my grandma lived on 45th and Vincennes. So THF, they on 46 and Woodlawn. So that's like a 5-minute walk right there. So I used to see a lot of these like just being outside. I been knew who Bezu was. Like he been had a name in the streets. Melly, we been knew Melly was whacking before he ever made like anything on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because they say like he was like King Von before King Von.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, and people knew.
Yeah, man, but how is catching bodies like that and not getting arrested? That's just, bro, that's the part that I don't understand, right? Because they said, bro, Melly was like, like 5+ bodies. Like he was like a demon and a killer. And the who killed him was like the biggest, like scariest in the world, and right, and he killed Melly, because he felt threatened that I guess Melly like kept on like just like bullying him and like threatening him, and he just said, "Bro, if I don't kill him tonight at this party, I'm gonna die." So he just did it, and that's just, bro. Listen, bro, like to me, bro, like that's just nuts, man. But look, Durk and them, okay, perfect. So they did the funding of Victim 2. Now, okay, now. Do we believe that Lil Durk called the hit on Stefan Mack? Why?
Because first of all, the dude, okay, it's too much evidence in my mind. I ain't the judge, but when you got one of the convicted killers, you got him in a cell talking to his cellmate, pretty much admitting to the fact that Durk paid us this, and then he gave us this, then he gave us that. Then you got the $1 million worth of game interview where he brung $1 million cash, and the same that killed Stephon Mack just so happened to be at the interview with the $1 million cash. So I don't be looking at like it's a coincidence. And then he went to film the Aha video right after that. And it's like
facts.
Idiot. Idiot. Right there. The case over with.
FBI, open up!
You cooked right there, bro. Why would you go put $1 million on this screen with the killers that's saying that you paid for, like, you paid them for the hit? The niggas is in your Aha video. Aha, the feds got you. They laughing at it. Aha, that's how they feel right now.
Right?
It look a little too sketchy, and I know for a fact that I know how close Durk and his brother was, and I know for a fact that it wouldn't blow my mind if you told me because the whole city knew who did that. His brother, like, it was not a secret at all.
Wait, who did it?
It was some GD from like Harvey, Illinois. So Harvey is like, it's probably like, it's like the south suburbs, but it's not really the suburbs. Like it go down in Harvey. I ain't gonna lie. So I think he had like a problem with some GD or something. He really wasn't supposed to be up there in the first place. But
he died in Harvey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died in Harvey. He got shot and got killed in Harvey.
Really?
Yeah. So he was like, if y'all know D-Thing, he was like a club dude. Like he was the dude, like he loved party, loved club, loved getting drunk. And I think it was some he really wasn't supposed to be around over there that end up killing him. And so when them that same end up getting killed, it's like, okay, who else sent them? Because D-Thing was that Chicago, but not as much as Durk. Like D-Thing had kind of himself from the city a little bit. So it's like, who else? It wasn't like he was fresh off the block, got killed, and he got some young want to slide for him. Like, who else would really want to slide for him?
Here. And Stephen Mack died. Wait, is from Harvey or no?
I think he from pretty close. So Harvey is the south suburbs, and in Chicago, the higher the number of the streets, the more south you going. Okay. So I'm pretty sure he was from like a BD set. I forgot where he was from, but he was from like a BD or GD set from like the Hunnits, which is like maybe 10 minutes away from Harvey. Yeah.
That's crazy because when you read like the first like indictment, right, of the first guys, right, when like you read like their their indictment, like the two dudes who killed like Stephen Mack, they're saying that Lil Durk was so angry that he put a bounty on all GDs, right?
Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but I heard that too though.
Right, and I guess Stephen Mack was just like a dude who was, I guess, like what, he was a GD or BD?
I don't remember, but I know he was. He might. It really don't even matter for real. Cause
right.
Chicago,
but
it's not like that. Like,
no.
Yeah, like you could be GD, but all your homies BD. You could be like FYBJ man. He from 63rd, but he BD. But he like I don't know if he insane, but like it's confusing. Like it's not like LA where like Crips hang with Crips, Bloods hang with Bloods. Like it's more about where you from, like what block you from. Yeah,
right. Nah, bro. But right. So look, so now we know. You feel me? Like this is what we already know. Where Durk like tells him, hey, don't book no, names and on the flight stats. Me, so Lil Durk knew they were coming to, but to me though, like this right here doesn't prove like nada to me, right? Because like dudes booking flights under like the company, I guess, credit card to me like proves nothing, right?
Yeah.
But here's where, let me see, there's more incriminating stuff. So like, remember like when they was talking about how Lil Durk and O-Block had beef?
Yeah.
And Durk put like a bounty on like O-Block head, right? Now, when that came out, like people said, man, that's cap, bro. Man, that's cap. Apparently it's not.
Yeah.
And like we got like the motive for why Lil Durk put the bounty on the O-Block. So Lil Durk says, it's crazy blood, like don't slide or hurt, leaving it all up to us. So like Durk was apparently dog that took, man. So Durk was apparently upset that the All Black was not sliding enough, man. Dog. So after reading and everything, which charges do you think is gonna stick?
I think the racketeering, I think he cooked on the racketeering. I feel like it's too much crime, it's too much crime. Yeah, it's too much crime with the same, and of course all the same OTF tattoos, OTF chains.
Yeah, of course.
You say you the leader of OTF. You feel me? Like, so I feel like racketeering, he pretty much cooked. I feel like conspiracy, he cooked, like you said. And like you said, all these charges you can get a life sentence for. Which is why I don't understand why playing with these po-po like that. Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't know, but I feel like racketeering, he definitely cooked. I feel like conspiracy, he cooked. Murder for hire. Unless they got some snitches that's gonna snitch on them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah, but like, okay, so for that one, and like he's gonna be, I think this is very similar to like the K-Flock trial. Remember like when K-Flock was on trial like for murder?
Yeah.
And then as it got closer, it became clear like the murder case was weak.
Yeah.
So then they put him in like a conspiracy and he beat the murder case like at trial. Like he got found not guilty.
Right.
But the conspiracy got him in. But yo, listen, y'all comment below, man. What do y'all?
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's over for Durk. I ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't gonna get all the charges, but he definitely will be charged with something, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Check out the playlist. Boy Buddha, I'm out.